Beginning in January, Starbucks will be handing out these gift cards to their patrons in order for all Angelinos to get involved. Mullins and the neighbors worry about the fire danger caused by cigarettes in this dry canyon brush. That's right, we're live in Pasadena, where 4-year-old Josh Egan and his father were last seen. Take a look at this picture. We spoke with a bunch of people here on the streets who are excited about the president being here. Those are the attendees. The attendees say we're back on track. Throughout our trip into the wilderness, we were able to find lamb squatter, curly duck, and even used some of these sticks to make an Arapaho trap to try and trap some animals. Many are grateful for the opportunities that this wristband will provide. If a 7-pound baby grew at the same rate as these turkeys, within 18 weeks, it would be 1,500 pounds. Family and friends of the students killed gathered today to remember the students here at a candlelight vigil behind me near Tommy Trojan. Here's a story that I especially like. Minnesota brothers made the most of their snow day by creating one unique snow sculpture of a pufferfish. Police believe a North Hollywood man accused of attacking a woman late last year may have attacked more victims. Officials are now reaching out to the public and asking for others to come forward. The vice presidential search for likely GOP presidential nominee Mitt Romney is now underway. Still want to be a world-class athlete? Consider cup stacking. Florida's Stand Your Ground law is at the center of the controversy. Beautiful weekend. I got a chance to touch my feet in the Pacific Ocean, so it was a great weekend for that. And the 27-day streak of increasing national gas prices is finally over. It is currently in the high 50s here in downtown. It's going to be a low of 45, so once again a little bit chilly tonight. Sunset was today at 5:49 p.m. Let's look at the conditions across the Southland for tomorrow. LA is known for its never-ending traffic. Now the city is hoping to help the problem by widening a section of freeway. Well, thanks so much for watching Annenberg TV News. For everyone here at ATVN, I'm Jillian Angeline. When there aren't enough resources in school, some LAUSD students race to class to get supplies.
Whoever gets there first gets the calculators, and we have to either buy our own and then kind of a race.
A new $4 million program is designed to ease those issues.
It's an opportunity for every one of us to say, you know what, I know a teacher, I know a student, or I just like to help someone who's got a project working with kids. I can't do $4 million, but I can do $15.
Donors Choose LA is a program providing students with the resources they need to learn and graduate.
I believe that education is a right, not a privilege, and our kids today in LAUSD are not being given that opportunity. And so I think as citizens, we ought to demand of ourselves that we get engaged and do what we can to make it better.
Here's how it works. LAUSD parents will receive a $15 school gift card in the mail. Teachers post resources they need online. Then parents can log on to donorschooseLA.org and donate the money to a class. 600,000 LAUSD parents will be receiving these $15 gift cards, but they're not the only ones. Beginning in January, Starbucks will be handing out these gift cards to their patrons in order for all Angelinos to get involved, all in efforts to help students like Huntington Park High Junior Skylar Hardy.
How can you do the work if you don't have the textbooks? It's helping us to get the stuff that we need, all the materials that are required for us to get where we need to go in order to pass our classes.
Students are going to be so excited to receive this kind of help because there's resources that they can use in the room and the classroom.
And supplying students with the tools for a brighter future. Jillian Angeline, ATVN. Patricia Hopkins has been in line since noon yesterday, hoping for dental care.
It's very important because I live downtown Skid Row.
She's not the only one. For thousands of people in line, this wristband is a step to a healthier life.
If I don't have the right things to take care of my diabetes, I could die.
Many are willing to be patient.
If I had to wait 10 hours in line, I would wait 10 hours in line just for that. I want to be around for my son to grow up.
If they have to choose between feeding their children or paying the rent or having a painful tooth taken care of, the tooth is going to come third. So when there's an opportunity to get that taken care of, they're here.
Care Now USA is running the clinic. They expected the crowds because health care is expensive. There will be 9,000 volunteers at the health clinic.
Economics are so bad now, and many people do not have health insurance, dental,
It is this area behind me where thousands of Angelinos are getting their wristbands for a free healthcare clinic later this week. Although some have been waiting since yesterday afternoon, many are grateful for the opportunities that this wristband will provide. LA County Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas worked with Care Now to set up the clinic.
It's a wonderful thing to be able to help the uninsured and the underinsured.
And volunteers are enthusiastic to help.
I'm really thrilled to be doing it.
It's great. It refreshes the soul.
And brings a smile to patients like Patricia Hopkins. Jillian Angeline, ATVN. These 10-week-old turkeys are the lucky ones. They're not spending the holidays on the dinner table. Farm Sanctuary is saving turkeys from what they call holiday slaughter.
These animals can be ambassadors for the millions on factory farms because we couldn't save them all, but they can be ambassadors and help. Their stories can help other people understand what really goes on factory farms.
10 billion land animals are kept in inhumane conditions and slaughtered every year. Some confined to only 3 square feet of space each. But Farm Sanctuary gives these creatures a life beyond the knife.
Like youngsters, they have tended to like to stay together, so you can see that they are starting to form their social networks and their social bonds.
It hasn't always been fun and games for the kids, as they're called on the farm. 25 of them were left anonymously at the gate of Farm Sanctuary.
And we do believe that they were rescued from, we said that they're industry birds, that they were rescued from industrialized farm because some of them have the tips of the beaks taken off.
Debaking is a common practice in factory farms, so turkeys don't injure each other in the cramped conditions.
They do that with a microwave or a hot blade, 1 to 3 days old, no anesthesia.
And the rescued birds are even still feeling the effects of factory farm breeding practices, namely in their eating habits.
So we do feed them some special food, and we do keep an eye on them to make sure that they're not growing too rapidly, because it's actually hard for their hearts to handle that rapid growth.
At factory farms, turkeys like the ones behind me are forced to grow at a rapid rate. If a 7-pound baby grew at the same rate as these turkeys, within 18 weeks, it would be 1,500 pounds. That assessment comes from the Lancaster Farming Magazine, which promotes humane treatment of animals grown for food. Here on the farm, patrons want Americans to go vegan. But some Americans just cannot stomach that thought.
One day a year you have a turkey. That's my motto.
I think it's very important. It's American way.
Chefs like Pegger and meat market managers like Edelman rely on turkeys for their livelihood.
700-800 turkeys.
700-800? Here?
Yeah.
Now Pittman Farms offers a bit of a compromise: humane processing. The USDA said the processor has the best handling practices in California. In a statement to ATVN, manager Bob Wolf said, "We are very proud of the fact that we received a 100% rating for our animal welfare practices on turkey. All of our turkeys are raised as free range, which means they have complete access to the outside, so they are not kept in small cramped pens. This may be the best way to have our turkey and eat it too, but back on the farm, the answer is clear."
We believe that every animal is an individual, and as an individual, it has a right to a safe and healthy existence.
An existence for these kids finally filled with safety in the sanctuary. Jillian Angeline, ATVN.